Welcome back. I hope before you've started watching this video that you've done all of your exam questions and key skills quizzes on our website. Now, key skills 6, we're going to talk about the trickiest rule, and it's usually the more advanced questions. It's where we're going to change the base. Now, why would you want to change the base? Or what is the base? Okay, let's start there. So the base is going to be the little number here. So for example, these are all log 5. You can see log 5, or in this question, they were all log 7, log 7. That's what you want. You want to have one base for all of the parts in your question. Okay, it's no use if you've got a log 7 here and a log 6 here, because that becomes really impossible, or really, we're going to say impossible to solve. You want to have the same consistent base throughout the question for all of your logs that you're going to be dealing with. So sometimes we're going to need to change it. We're going to have something like this. You see, I got a log base 4 over here and a log base 64 over there. That's no good. We're going to pick one base for all of them. Here I would pick all of them to be 4. So I would need to change this one over here. There's some super complicated questions where, for example, like here, if we scroll forward, you've got log 25 here, 625, 5, and x. You do not want that. You want to pick one log base for all of those. I would go with 5 in that question. So the ones that aren't already in base 5 will need to be changed. And there's a very specific way that we're going to change them. There's a rule, in fact, on how we're allowed to change them. We can't just scribble it out and just change them all to little 5s. It doesn't work like that. How you're going to change them is, say I wanted them to all be 5. So in this case, my x would be 5. That's what I've selected. You get to pick that. Now, what was previously the base goes here inside the bracket. And what was previously here, the big number, goes up. That's how I remember it. I'm going to go through the proof, and step by step, we're going to see how this works. Like the previous proofs, you're going to start by using your upper cut rule to say b equals a to the y. We've used this throughout so that we can make use of our indices rules. Again, as the previous proofs, you're going to start on one side and you're going to work your way using algebra to the other side. So today I'm going to start here with log AB. On here I'm going to take log x on both sides, just like we did in the previous questions. Log base x on both sides. Okay, now if you remember, whenever we have an index here inside the brackets, you can put it in front. Now you kind of got to think where we're going to go. Sometimes it's like a bit of a cheeky good move to look at what the answer should be, so you know you need to get there. So I want log xb divided by log xa. So how can I achieve that? Okay, I can move this multiply over here to a divide. So on the next line, log xb divided by log xa equals to y. Okay, I'm nearly there, but the last step is I need to remember that y is the same as log ab. So that means that log ab is the same as log xb divided by log xa, and I get to pick what I have as x. Let's have a look at some numerical examples. So verify that these two things are the same. So in this case, you see that the 9 has gone down, the 81 has gone up, and I will have picked log 3 is what I wanted to convert everything to. So log 981, how much? Okay, well it's 2. Because remember, if you want to see y, you can see log 9 squared. Log 381, well that's going to be 4. 3 to the power of 4 is 81. And log 9 is going to be 2, because 3 squared is 9. And is 4 divided by 2 the same as 2? Yeah. Both of these are equal when we use numerical examples. Let's see how this is useful. Okay, 6 and 216. Like I said before, we want these to match. I'm going to pick 6 for both of these. So I set it up like that. Let's do the first one. The 36 will go down and the x would go up, okay? Log 6, log 6. Remember, I've picked 6 because I know that 6 squared is 36 and 6 cubed is 216. You can check it here. So, again, so this one goes down to the bottom level and the x goes up, and that's 5 over 6. Okay, we can change these guys here into actual numbers. This is going to be 2. 6 squared is 36, and this is going to be 3. Here I'm going to make a common denominator of 6, so I'm going to times this one by 3 and this one by 2. You can actually now cancel off the 6's from both sides. There's two different ways to do this. You can take the 3's and put them up as powers, or you can add these two together because they're like terms. So 3 log 6x plus 2 log 6x is 5 log 6x is equal to 5. So now you could either put the 5 up here like this, or you can divide divide both sides by 5. Both are going to give you exactly the same answer. Finally, to find x, we're going to take the 6, punch it up. So we have x equals to 6, and we're done. So that's where it becomes really useful to keep these bases the same so that we can use all of our rules. Let's have a look here. We're told that x is a power of 2, so I would probably want both of these to be log 2. Log 2. Okay, so x would go down and 16 up. Here x would go down and 64 up. Okay, this is going to be 4. See, we can make a common denominator because now our denominators are in fact both the same. Log 2x equals 3. And this one would be 2 power 6 is going to be 64. So here we would have 4 minus 6 would be minus 2 divided by log 2x equals 3. Okay. And I always want my log to be the subject of my formula. She's going to write this the other way around. I don't know why, I have some like weird OCD. Now, we're allowed a minus over here, we're just not allowed a minus in there. So x is equal to 2 to the power of minus 2/3. If you want to simplify that, you could put 1 over 2 to the power of 2/3. Or you could have it like 1 over the cube root. And that would be of 2 squared, which would be 4. Question 5. Multiple attempts to screw you over in question 5. 2 big problems. One big problem is that the cubed is on the outside. People seem to not get the difference between this and this. Okay, just to be clear, here you could bring the 3 in front and it's only the x that's cubed. Okay, let's just go ahead and write these out because, you know, we need to sort this out. That means that, and this one means. So, do not say you weren't want. You've been want. Okay, and the other trickiness is that we've got a 4 here and a 64 here. We do not want that. We want everything to have what? The same base. Okay, so I'm going to pick 4 because 64 is a power of 4. So 4 is my choice. 4 there, 4 there. That means 64 is going down and x is going up. Okay, so What is log 464? Well, it's going to be, go right fast enough, it's going to be 3. 4 cubed is 64. Okay, I'm going to multiply the 3 up. This is cubed, and I'm going to bring this across. Now, factorization with logs sounds terrible, right? If it's easier for you, you could change this into a y. So you could now see that this would be 3y cubed minus y equals 0. If that makes your life easier, go for it. Or if not, you can see here that you can factor out one of these. So here we're going to get x equals to, oh, I nearly wrote 4, that was nearly an epic fail. 1, because anything power 0 is 1, okay? This one's slightly more complicated. Plus or minus the square root of a third. My gosh, this question is nasty. It must have been a very mean human being that wrote this question. Okay, pop the x up. Pop the x up, pop the 4 up. And over here. Both of these, not nice. Just to be clear, if you wanted to type this into the calculator, you would do 4 power, or you would do 1 over square root 3. Gosh, I suppose you could even really go as far as to rationalize this. Not nice. Tricky questions, tricky questions. We are deciding now what we're going to do for the next series. I'm thinking between binomial and arithmetic series. So let me know in the comments below what you prefer. Or if you have a completely random other request, let me know and I will think about it. That's Key Skill 6, done and dusted. The next one we're going to be looking at advanced questions, although that last one was pretty advanced on its own. So stick around and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.